And what I realized throughout this journey is that there's truly no escape from the man in the mirror. And no, not Michael Jackson. I'm talking about you, nigga.
What the fuck is a righteous glory?
If you've seen the channel name before, then you already know who I am. Okay, so I wasn't going to be returning to this channel until I hit 90 days because, you know, I wanted to make that a priority before I did anything else. But I'm here. I thought I might as well make this video because I'm 60 days in and I've never done this shit before. So let me talk about some shit because people would want me to talk about shit like this because shit. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I really don't know how the fuck I got here because honestly, this streak was originally just gonna be like a regular other streak where I told myself I would hit 30 days or 60 days or 90 days and then I relapsed 7 days later. But somehow, genuinely, I got here and I really, again, if you guys wanted a tutorial on how to do this shit better, I could not give you a tutorial. Like, I think I did this by accident. Some things changed, so yeah, we got the guitar in the background, we got Batman, and behind me is like a script I was working on for another type of video, which will come out sometime from now. I think I like this setup way better. Like, I think I may do videos all the time like this. But yeah, let's get to the meat and potatoes of what we're supposed to be talking about today. I'm not gonna be the type to sit here and exaggerate the benefits of this shit because truthfully, I feel exactly the same as when I started. How I felt on day one is how I pretty much feel now. It's not really much of a difference. After so long of attempting this shit and just going on streak and going back and forth, like, this shit is no longer like an extraterrestrial high. It's more of just a state of being. You're just gonna feel a little better the higher you go, and you're gonna feel a lot worse the more you relapse or watch, I guess, and beat your day. But I guess the thing that has changed noticeably is the rawness that I feel when I'm going through life now. Pause! Everyone is addicted to something, whether they want to be or not, and is one of those things typically for a lot of guys in particular. But because I no longer have this escape, I have to literally face my demons on my own. Like, it's no longer a battle where I have a release or an escape. That doesn't exist anymore. Now it's me in the ring with all these niggas and they're trying to jump me and shit. And I just gotta fight. I gotta throw hands. Like, there's really no escape. Literally for the last few weeks, it's been a battle against the worst version of myself. Against all these negative traits, negative habits, and negative thoughts that I thought I finally broke months ago. I thought I truly escaped all of these things, but they came back and manifested themselves in different ways and in different situations because I found myself repeating some things from my past. The same thought loops, similar people, similar situations, similar outcomes. It pissed me off and it annoyed me. But then it really made me realize that nothing has truly changed because I haven't changed. And I hope that makes sense because now I'm face to face with the real me, the one that's been running for so long, the sad, quiet, timid little boy who's been scared of his own reflection. I read a book not too long ago called The Way of the Superior Man. And in that book, there's a chapter or a section, I don't remember where it was. I don't even have the book anymore. I kind of gave it away, which is not good because it was actually a really good book. I highly recommend it. There's a part in the book where the author describes, there's a part in the book in which it talks about how men are always in pursuit. Again, there's a part in the book in which it talks about how men are in constant pursuit of these blissful, almost death-like, what the fuck? I've been trying to say that shit for so long. What the fuck? There's a part in the book that goes deep into how men are in constant pursuit of these blissful, almost death-like states. And when I think of context of social media, drug abuse, substance abuse, fucking whatever the fuck you're addicted to or whatever the fuck you struggle with, it makes a lot of sense because a release is what we constantly look for. And you see this in all types of ways. One way that a lot of people, especially now, are really looking for a sense of freedom is in terms of financial freedom. Everyone is obsessed with this idea that money will bring them happiness and will take them away from their problems. That's why some of us even go through states in which we suffer from one-itis, in which we get attached to this one girl because we start to look at her as our peace. We start to rely on her for our happiness. That's because when we're around her, we're in that blissful death-like state. Every day we live in pursuit of that release from the constant war that we go through inevitably because you can't really run away from it. It's either you are responsible and you do what you have to do, or you end up doing some shit that you don't want to do. Or, yeah, you don't want to do because why the fuck would you want to live on the street and be homeless? And what I realized throughout this journey is that there's truly no escape from the man in the mirror. And no, not Michael Jackson. I'm talking about you, nigga. The one that you look at when you wake up every day in the morning and go to fucking, I don't know, brush your teeth if you're not some dirty ass nigga. Everything will always come back to bite you in the ass, especially the things that you leave in the dark. Every day for me, for the last few days, has been a fight against the worst version of myself. And I'd be lying to you, truly, if I said that I won every battle. Because I lose a lot of fucking battles. But at the end of the day, one thing I do know is that I always end up winning, because I always learn something new. Something else that has definitely changed throughout this self-actualization and I guess reflection process is that there's been this voice that's been extremely loud, like annoyingly loud. And it's like this sense of rebellion. And it's not a rebellion just to rebel like on some I fucking hate my parents and I'm gonna say no to everything that they tell me to do just because I want them to notice me and give me attention. It's not like that. It's more of a rebellion that's existed for so long that's just been quieted by not just, I guess, society, but just this conditioning of being super nice and catering to others' needs all the time. It's something that's so, or has been so regular for me for so long. But now, it makes me uncomfortable to do these things now. I've learned how to say something that I could not say for so long. No. Fuck you. Maybe not that last part, but sometimes it is no, fuck you. I'm able now to fully assert my boundaries and most of all, be completely honest with people. Honesty is something that's so underrated nowadays because you're always expected to give like this really neutral, well-rounded answer to everything. And I mean everything. Otherwise, you're scrutinized, you're canceled, you're looked down upon, or you're just kind of shunned and witch hunted. But as of recently, I've kind of learned to go against the grain, and not in a way to where I just want to do it for the sake of doing it, but in a way that's beneficial to me and me alone. No to pointless social gatherings, no to things that just overall don't sit right with me, and most of all, no to what everyone else wants from me. For example, we're not going to college. This will 100% be a decision that will have a massive impact on where I end up in life. And a lot of people do not agree with this decision, especially a lot of the close people in my life that have been trying to convince me otherwise. But there are very few things in this life that I find myself to be 100% certain on when I make a decision. I tend to overthink the fuck out of everything. And when I start to overthink, I find myself being very indecisive. But this decision right here to not go to college and pursue this route and this path that I'm taking, I am 100% certain that this is what I want for myself and this will lead me to where I need to be. They say that from the ages of 18 through 25 is the learning years. It's the years where you're gonna fail and you're gonna fuck up the most. But honestly, I'd rather fuck up going the path that I wanted for myself instead of trying to embrace the path that people wanted for me for this sense of conformity and sense of comfort. Fuck comfort. Comfort has gotten me nowhere. It's kept me back. It's allowed me to sit back and sit on my ass and get lazy and get depressed and be sad all the time. Fuck that shit, bro. I want more for myself, and most of all, I want more for the people in my future. My family, my friends, and the future me. Like, nigga, what's up? Like, yo, in a few years, I'll be able to look at this video and realize and remember, like, yo, if it weren't for you, bro, I would not be where I'm at right now. I don't want to die with regrets, and I don't want to be regretful, resentful, or bitter. I want to be happy. I want to be satisfied and I want to be fulfilled. But I will not be any of those things if I did not learn how to say no. That's what all this shit has really taught me. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about how all these hoes suddenly find me attractive and how I feel so much stronger and my stamina and my energy. Nigga, that stuff is great and it's a cool byproduct, but let's focus on the main things that are actually helping you get to where you need to be. Woman attraction is not even really a good thing, especially when you're trying to create a life for yourself, because realistically speaking, how many people watching this video are really in a position to where they can provide for a relationship and pursue their purpose at the same time? Majority of you guys aren't, especially if you're around my age. So fuck these women. Stop focusing on shit that doesn't matter. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been happening, and that's everything that's changed since I've started this journey for the most part, summarized in this short video, even though it's probably longer than most of the videos on my channel. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, because you niggas have been slacking on the fucking like button. I don't know what's good with y'all, but y'all need to get my likes up, bro. Like, stop fucking playing with me, nigga. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, man, I will be back on day 90, and no time sooner, hopefully, because I do genuinely want to take this break so that I can focus on, like, the immediate things in my life. But I will be back to this channel. You guys stay strong. Continue to retain, because that shit is super beneficial. And fuck and and these hoes, and anyone that doesn't want what you want for yourself. I hope I wasn't out of focus, because that shit looked like it was low-key out of focus a lot throughout the recording.